Hey, yo, what's good? What's good?
What's the
Hey, man,
word, man?
appreciate y'all for being on here. Um, we wanted to do a little recap, man. My mind is just wrapped around so many things, at this point. So I definitely want to do a recap just on, last night alone because Coach Pop kind of threw me off a little bit. Then, from the interview, the natural interview that we had, right, the original
Hmm.
one with Relentless, and I just wanted to give, just a little small perspective of what I, experienced or what I heard last night. But you did hear some as well. But I would like to start with you. I would like for you to start off based on what your thoughts are and what you heard last
Man,
night.
so definitely salute. One thing I do want to say before I even do that, salute to you, my brother, for that award that DT has given you for media personality for the year. Definitely salute to you for that. And like I said in the chat, man, when we win, Fanatic win, and when Fanatic win, we win. So it's all love around the board. But yeah, bro, I heard some things. Where you want me to start with? With Relentless, with OG, with
Yeah, let's start with Relentless real quick.
Oh yeah, so salute to Relentless, man. Salute to Coach. I'm happy he came on and was able to share his story and provide clarity to what was going on. I mean, um, everything we was hearing a lot about the team was being broke up. You got they missing guys, and the truth is they got 90+%, 90 to 95+% of their team returning, and they just the same as they have been. Of course, there's going to be some turnover year to year, and they lost a couple players, but they still who they are, and it's the same Relentless out there. So salute to him for that. I think he was very insightful when it came to their scheduling, and I, I'm ready just to see what they do this year. I know per se we talked about this after he got off, but it's pretty much looking like the landscape is if you're not really making your schedule up in January or late February, it's going to be tough to make a lot of these national games, especially with teams that are on different coasts. So it takes a lot to have those games made. I know we had Coach Cal come on and talk to him, and hopefully that's something maybe that can get done. I know what was going on with Relentless previously. It was kind of like missed in communication when it came to that. So nothing in regards to Relentless, bro. It was a good interview to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it was insightful. They traveling for 80% of their games, so that lets you know they on the road. And I don't think that we should be viewing them as the underdogs. I know we don't, but the people in just the youth football world should be viewing them as much as underdogs as they are. Like I said, they bringing back 90 to 95% of their team. So you know, that should say it all right there. What
Yeah,
about you, homie?
so with me, here's my thing.
Hmm.
Like I said, I appreciate them coming on here. And there's some few gray areas, you know what I'm saying, that
Hmm.
need to explain, which I would love to bring Coach back on. But most importantly, bro, I think it made the game. They were pretty much he was going to make the game, right?
Hmm.
I don't think that the game was finalized. Now, coach told me to wait a little bit,
Hmm.
and I think he wanted to make that adjustment, to assure that the game will be played. So kudos on that. I think just for the most part, bro, it just shows that man, take feelings out of when kids involved. Understand you may not like somebody,
Yeah.
who's that? I understand that you may not like somebody, but at the end of the day, when you're dealing with kids, the kids is all that matter in these moments. You don't have to talk to nobody outside of, the youth football area, but stop making decisions based on something that will hinder the kids. You know what I'm saying? It just was to me, bro. It was just a lot of petty things that I heard that was going on. However, I'm still going to award Coach Devin opportunity to kind of share his piece as well, because he initially came on to introduce the OG Ducks, right? You still yeah. So initially he came in to introduce OG Ducks. Now this time he's coming in more of a defense to kind of share his piece. But the thing about it is, man, I know how to read between the lines of anything that's told. So I just hope once anybody moving forward comes on this platform, you have to deal in truth, because I'm gonna get the truth, whether you understand that or not. I'm gonna get it, even if it's not for that interview. You may think you have gotten over on me or something like that, but trust me, I will find out the truth. And when I do, you already know how I'm coming. So,
It's gonna be
you
bad.
know, yeah, it's not gonna be a good sight. So, don't come on here trying to spin narratives, right? Don't come on here trying to do none of that. Now, let me get to, the because I don't have that much time today, y'all. So let me get to the GMU Houston Wolfpack situation, because this is the real purpose that I'm really doing the recap. I did put on the OG Ducks and Relentless, because I already had that flyer really ready.
Yeah.
But the mean potato that I really want to get into, and I'm a little bit of disappointed in, was my dog, Coach Pop, bro. I am very disappointed, because here's why. The man said he's not. The man says that he got to do what he says do. Right. I personally think, and this is me saying this out of love, I respect everybody, but the way that he conducted himself yesterday, in not wanting to play the games or telling people they got to come to him because he's a natty, it's going to turn a lot of people off. That's number one. Number two, right? People are not going. The brand took a hit, whether you want to admit that or not. I only come with facts, bro. I only talk. I only come with things that people was sharing with me and stuff like
Hmm.
that, bro. It took a hit, because the thing was, it's like, okay, yeah, Gorilla Mob is this. I like Gorilla Mob, but now it went from that to, damn, I don't even care to even play this dude, because you came off arrogant, came off as very rigid, unwilling to work with others, right?
Hmm.
Personal vendettas, like these things. You feel what I'm saying? So now it's like, bro, like, do I even care to go out there to even play this team? You know what I'm saying? So I'll say this, bro.
Hmm.
There was no legit reason that he can give to say why he did not want to play versus the Houston versus the Houston Wolfpack. Because here's
Hmm.
why. You say, oh, he's new to the scene. Then you mention Coach Mark, right? Or
Exactly.
then you can mention OG Ducks, right? So these are two
Hmm.
teams that you can mention. So that cancels out. It can't be that. Then you say,
Hmm.
oh well, we you got to go through, in order to go to YNC, you got to go through me. But then you say, oh, okay, all right, I go through you. Let me get a game. Nah, you ain't did nothing. So
You
then
gotta
it's
go
it's a
play.
lot of it was a lot of things that he threw out there to make it impossible for a coach to win. And my
Yeah.
thing is, bro, this is youth football. The people that gotta win in the end is the kids. So it sounds more personal, but the ones who are actually taking the loss are the
Hmm.
kids. So you're making it about you, but it ain't about you. It's about the kids. Ask the kids, do they want to play the game? If they say no, if they tell them no, they got to play somebody first, or they got to go through this, or they got to do that, all right, then I'll be a little bit more understanding. But you, as the
Yeah.
coach, who said that y'all only about 10 minutes away, right? So
Hmm.
therefore, there's no reason, no understanding, no perspective that can be given
as to why this game is not played, right? So therefore, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, damn, these kids are being put in are being disserviced because it's like I'm just really going off of the history of when I'm talking to Coach Pop. I'm like, hey, Coach, when I first talked to him, I'm talking about videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
He don't put videos out there like that. He don't do the video stuff. He don't do, and it's all about what it is that he wants. So now the thing that I have to ask is this. I have to ask is this. What is your track record to getting these kids into these proper schools? What does that record look like? Because if that's great, then I'm okay with your method. If that's not okay, then I'm gonna have a problem because it can't be all about me and what I want. It's not about you. You are just the service. The person that the parents allow to teach their sons the X's and O's. However, you're not to be a dictator on games that can definitely be made
Yeah, I
and
mean,
say that no, I'm not playing them. Go ahead though.
yeah, I mean, that was the part I just didn't understand. I mean, especially when you got a team that's in your own backyard, just play them like, and that's why I'm happy. We had Coach Blue on there, we had Coach Cal on there, speaking as well, because at the end of the day, it just sounded personal. You know what I'm saying? And I know, we both rock with Coach Pop, and like I told him, like you ducking, like you simply ducking, bro. If you telling me that, all right, I want to, for y'all to go to YNC, y'all got to come through me. And that team tell you they want to play you, and now it's like, well, nah, you got to go beat who is that Dallas Elite, and you got to go to Warzone and beat some teams in Warzone. Like, what make you feel like what I'm saying? You got that green light to say that. I mean, I don't get me wrong, AYF channel. Trust me, I salute that all that. But it's like, come on, homie, like it just don't make sense. Like it just seemed like it's more of a personal thing. Like I don't know if you just scared of losing to the dude. Like I don't know if you feel like your organization would be in jeopardy if he beat you because you ain't
Mhm.
had no problem making a game with Coach Mark. You ain't had no problem making a game with all these other guys. Like Coach Blue and Coach Cal said, Coach Mark is in the same situation. Like he just got to 10U. Don't tell me, oh well, Coach Mark been around and he been around in all these other A's. So, yeah, but he just got to 10U. And I'm sure it wasn't no problem making that game. You probably jumped for joy making that game.
Mhm.
Why you can't make this game that's 5 minutes away?
Yeah. I'm not
Like
gonna
it
lie
just don't
to
make
you though.
it's
And then and
personal. It's personal, and that's why I say like I'm happy Coach Colin Blue was on there. They said, dude, you might as well tell him F him. Like you might as well just tell him F
nah,
him,
but
bro.
then
Like
see,
for
here's the
real.
thing, bro. I might agree with something right then and there. And I do understand some of his, like his ways, or he may not, but at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, if I'm a parent and my son is on this team
Hmm.
and you got a problem with somebody, and that's the reason why my son can't play versus this team, then that's an
Hmm.
issue. That's the biggest thing. So I want my dog because I rock with everybody. So really, y'all can look at me as a mediator because I ain't got no horse in the race. I'm looking at the kids. When I looked at all this, I was just like, oh damn, coach, don't mess with him. Okay, cool, whatever. But then I went down and I thought about the kids. Well, damn, how does this affect the kids?
Hmm.
Because this is the game that they want to play, but it can't get made because I, as a coach, got a problem.
And
I ain't rocking with that, bro.
I
I
want a
can't I
little
can't
boy
rock
like
with that, bro.
I told him. I'm like, man, this sound like you just trying to little boy him. Like you, oh well, you got to go do this and do this and do this and do this. Like, come on, man. Like he said, we'll play this at our stipulations. Any telling teams, oh well, if y'all want to play us, everybody got to come to Houston.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling
Like,
you.
why are you
I'm
not
telling you, bro.
traveling?
Things can look good now, bro. I'm telling you. That I didn't seen it, bro. Things didn't
Yeah.
look good. And you think it'd be good forever, bro. I'm telling you, just how I like how life works, bro.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The thing is, like, cool. Like now, if it was something stated, bro, like, yeah, that's just too many games. I got my schedule. All right, cool.
Yeah,
I can appreciate that. But
understand
it's
it.
not even that. It's not even that, bro. It's something personal. But even then, I'm talking to all the coaches when I say this. If you got a problem with another coach, and you know that if y'all supposed to play versus each other and both of y'all team will potentially be good, you know that's a game that y'all supposed to make. Point
Yeah.
in case. So Icy and Rare Breeds
Mm-hmm.
last year. So Icy, Bessemer.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These
And it's in
games
your
are supposed to be
backyard.
made, right?
It's in your backyard.
Yeah, it's right there. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? So I get the my way or the highway, but when it's always your way or the highway, guess who get affected? The
Kids.
kids.
And I think now don't get me wrong. I know he said the game will be made. I think it will be made just because how he's like he literally heard two of the top coaches in that age division tell him like, dude, you wrong as hell. Like that don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? Then you hearing it from us last night. So I think the game will be made. I just think it's too much prima donna stuff going on with this youth football that shouldn't be called for. Like if you're trying to play football, just play football. Like I said, there's no excuses for anybody no more because I seen what Coach Cal and Coach Mark did. Like they literally got on here. It sounded a little chippy. I thought it was gonna go left, and we had a great ended up having a great conversation with them. In less than 24 hours, we had one of the biggest preseason games made.
For
So it's
sure.
like it could be done. You just got to want to do it, and especially if it's in your backyard. I'm not talking about no teams that's coast to coast, and I'm talking about team like, bro. That's a backyard showdown, bro. It's not like, oh, we got to do all this to make this happen. No, it's right there. Go do it.
Yeah,
And it's,
bro.
mhm.
Like all right, Pop says when you get the game, right? I don't
Well, Coach
recall
Pop on
nobody.
here.
Hold on. Yeah, he on here. Uh I don't recall nobody giving them stipulations. Oh, you win, you get the game. How you get to where you get if somebody
That's
give you the
lame, bro.
opportunity, bro? And what I'm saying is, it's cool that you're like that, bro. The card is not gonna always be in your favor. That's the one thing I can guarantee you. The cards is not gonna always be in your favor, and you gonna need some kids. And that I'm telling you how it works.
You
Uh,
know,
hold on, let me put this.
yeah.
So how it works is you can't get games. Coaches are gonna blackball you when the tables turn. Then that's gonna mean what? That's gonna affect the fact that you can't get games, and and kids are not gonna want to come to the org or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And then you gonna be in a situation trying to get games, talking about people ducking you and stuff like that, bro. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, don't take the vendetta out on the kids, because that's what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? That's at the
Yeah.
end of the day, that's who's suffering. So I look at it, it can be funny now. It can be funny now. You got the laughing emoji. It can be funny now. But at the end of the day, bro, how you feel may be legit, but the move is not, because y'all right there.
And I wouldn't say if he didn't tell them that they got to go through him to do like I would feel him if it's just like a little fly by night team that reach out to him and tell him, hey man, we trying to play you. It would nah, you don't really got the resume. Just start getting a little bit more active, and we'll take a peek at it and probably make it happen. I get that. Like I ain't even tripping on it. I understand that. But when it's a situation where the coach, you done already told the coach, you can't go this place without coming through me. And you're like, make the game then. What's the issue? Like it wasn't no issue with making the game with Coach Mark.
He
Like
said
you
they really
cool with
don't do
losing
it.
to Red Breed, but you ain't cool to losing to Coach Melvin.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, bro. I don't. I definitely. He says, Ken, I know that. Shoot, bro. I wish I had more time today, unless you want to stay on and cook a little bit.
Nah, it was real quick. I know we wanted to, chop it about Relentless real quick. Salute to them for coming on. Like I said, that was a good interview.
But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Y'all know I wouldn't lie. I only know how to give it. Get information straight, bro. Straight from the heart. The only thing is, bro, youth football, which is why I held and Coach Cal and Coach Mark would tell you, bro. Like I don't even let up on them, and this is the purpose because if everybody have this Hollywood attitude, bro, the only thing that will be happening is y'all looking at each other. Hey, I talking about how y'all can beat each other. You feel what I'm saying? And no games will ever get played. You feel what I'm saying? So my thing is like, bro, who cares if you win, lose, or draw? Just get a kid's experience.
Play the game.
It was a robbery. Like I said yesterday, last season, them coaches robbed the hell out of them without a gun, out of them kids, because there were so many games to where they could have had lifetime memories, and they was robbed out of those memories. So Coach Pop is basically telling me that if he doesn't go through this hurdle that I'm willing to put him,
Hurdles.
right, hurdles,
Yeah.
that to where you got to play Dallas Elite, then win 5 games, and then you play me the next week where y'all probably tired and we fresh. I still don't even rock with that. You feel what I'm saying? So like the whole thing is, bro, play the game. It ain't about you at this point. You're just a coach. I mean, I understand like you ain't got to spend the travel. You ain't got to do much of anything. This is not an inconvenience or anything. This is a literally a kid can damn near catch the bus to where y'all at. So there's no discrepancy here. You just creating one. So, with that being said, man, I ain't got too much. I will
Yeah.
read a few of these comments.
Real quick though, I think
Yeah.
I got hope in Coach Pop too, man. I think he gonna make the game, but I just think, unfortunately, I think Coach Melvin gonna have to go through those stipulations, as he say. But I think he'll make the game. I think we're gonna see it, and once we see it, like I told him, if Coach Melvin come out there and walk all over you and beat you, it ain't even gonna look right. It's gonna look crazy. Like, but
Man,
it is
yeah,
what it
brother.
is, man.
It's crazy, man. I wish I
Mhm.
had more time because I definitely got more to say. But
We spinning back tonight, man. We got a big guest on tonight, so we could only give him a little quick look. You know what I'm saying, mate? Talk to him real quick, middle of the day. Get the day going. I know it's 9 a.m. on the West Coast, and we had a lot of West Coast people checking in last night, so that's good. Start the morning off right over there.
yeah, I'm just trying to read these last ones. But
Okay.
anyway, bro. Anyway, hey, y'all be easy. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Um, hashtag man, get them babies a game, man. Because I don't think none of them. If you ask them, I guarantee you they say they want them games. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on, man.
So, don't make it about you. Don't make it about you, bro. And that's what I think the mistake that a lot of these coaches continue to make, which is it's what I want. No, it ain't about you. Because I remember when I played football and basketball, I was happy to play versus the best, to say that I was the best. Any team that said that they can beat us, we wanted to play. And most of the time, the majority of the time, unless they was too far, we played the game. And guess what? Those are my most memorable moments. And you
Win,
gonna
lose,
rob?
or draw.
You mean to tell me your way is so much more important than what the kids want? Can't rock with that, bro. But I still rock with you though, coach. I still think you're a hell of a coach. But what you're doing definitely ain't making sense right now. It ain't adding up. So hey, y'all be easy. Hashtag just play the damn game. I said that before Coach Pop, and I'm gonna say it after him. Play the damn game. Don't cheat my babies, man. All right, I'm out though.